My name is Tracy Ehlys, and this is my husband, Phil, and we've been going to Christ Community for a year and a half.
Been blessed to get involved with a journey group on Tuesday nights we have at our house.
I grew up in a very loving home. Grew up in Omaha, Nebraska. We did not attend church.
Well, my background is a little different. My family moved about every 4 years. We had gone to church, but not on a real regular basis. When we moved to Omaha, I was hurting and I made a lot of wrong decisions. And so in that process, I met Tracy, and we were young. She was 15 and I was 17. We were married in 1981, and we immediately moved to Scottsbluff, Nebraska. We struggled through our first several years of marriage.
Something was missing in our relationship, and we decided we wanted to try a church out.
And we got plugged in, and we got saved. It just changed our life. We got baptized together, and I became very hungry for the Word. I began to seek God's face and to seek what God would have me do. A friend of mine was the youth pastor, and we would work with the young people, and it was kind of scary because I didn't think I had anything at all good to tell young people. I could tell them how not to do something, but I really couldn't tell them how to do it. And in the process, God just began to work, and we began to hear His voice. We started kind of an open house policy where our home would be open. We never locked our doors, and I was mowing my yard one day and heard God say that there was a young lady who was in our youth group who her grandparents were taking her back to her biological mom. And God said, I want you to take her. And then 2 days later, I got a phone call from her grandfather from Spokane, Washington, saying, I don't know what to do. Crystal's mom doesn't want her. And so I said, well, to be honest with you, God kind of told us you were going to call. And this obviously confirms it. Those types of things just kept happening.
There was never a hesitation when it came to whether it was Phil or myself that God spoke to us about, offering somebody to come live with us or stay with us.
It wasn't perfect.
No.
There were challenges along the way.
Yeah.
We learned to pray, we learned to trust, and we learned to listen. We learned to praise in every one of those circumstances. Something new, God would show us something new. We knew that we wanted to have kids, so we had 4 natural children. And then we decided after that if we were going to have more children, that we would adopt. And in the process of being foster parents and taking guardianships outside of the state, this house, which was probably built for maybe 6 or 8 people, we had probably 14 people, might have even been 16 people at one time. I don't think when Trace and I got saved, we would have ever expected that God would have allowed us to minister to somewhere over 50 people.
We wanted to change people's lives through Christ. There is just so many hurting people out there that need somebody just to listen and just to love on them.
I think that we discovered, most importantly, when God gets a hold of your life, that He wants to radically transform what it's going to look like, what your marriage is going to look like, what your family is going to look like, and how the world is going to see you. We're nobody special. I think it's really about every person that God wants to bring into your life. And if we allow God to radically transform us, then we'll get to see Him radically transform other people. And that ultimately is what the gospel is all about.